Antigod gonna be first up versus Krongs, who got himself defensive stance versus the Rogue. Whoa. What's Makara doing? Wait, is Makara's like, you know what? I want him. I want the Rogue. Anto, I guess, decides to back up. I don't really know. Anto, you stick around. You're next. Big steps is Makara trying to see if he can backpedal out of it. Someone tries to summon a big army. There's going to be a big kill spree. As Krongs will look at just to split around and just bypass all the offenses, all the defenses of Makara. Just doing little cuts here and there with a big kill spree. Steps is coursing through his veins. He's going to do a lot of damage. Got himself big at drawing to the ready. Got himself a little bit of range too with his pistol shot strikes. And it's going to be Anto up next, as the Rogue did burn some cooldown. Stormbolt that should follow. Krongs to choose a Naja trinket. Big spear, mad damage, blind. Anto does go for a trinket. Krongs, I don't think I have evasion anymore. It's going to be disarm onto Krongs as well, as long as Anto can keep him next to him. Spear together with all the bursts was quite a lot. Does get Krongs super low. Stormbolt on Krongs him. Anto trying to see if he can potentially crack through his defense's quick fear onto the Rogue. Does go for a trinket. So there goes a trinket. If maybe Anto can live this long enough, he could potentially use that lack of trinket to take down Krongzim. Does go for a big enrage regeneration. Kill spree out for Krongzim. As he's just trying to see if he can crack through Anto's defenses. Disarm right after. Disarm onto Krongzim. Got himself the pistol shot. Look for a grapple hook. Maybe potential reset. Leap by the warrior. Got himself weapon thrown at Krongzim. Gouge to follow. Does have a Zerker Rage. Quick charge yet again versus Krongzim. Does he have enough damage here? Big steps is already. Stonebolt by Anto. Try to see if he can fight through this. Ambush back to back for Krongzim. Does he have himself a dance build? Oh no, I think that might... Was it Sepsis? No, he should have a Sepsis. Big burst. Oh! Mad pistol. I didn't even notice those pistols are flying through. My goodness. Alistair going to be up next as an ambush comes out. Get a shot by Krongzim. Big double back-to-back ambushes. Mad double burst damage onto Alistair. He's sitting at a half a shell. Krongzim got some mad damage on him. Big disarm. That's going to be a gargoyle joining in. Cloak of Shadows for Krongzim. Should be able to survive the gargoyle for a little bit longer. May go for an interrupt on the Garg, honestly, but does go for advantage instead. Army of the Dead still chasing after him. Able to get a couple of ambushes on the base pets. Needs to avoid Alistair and that Valkyrie up above. That is going to just add extra bonus damage. All these pets are actually overwhelming it. Blind onto the death, but I think it's maybe over. Got some battle message. Can basically be in a bit of trouble though. Krongzim needs to find a way to finish it right here, right now, but the man may have nothing left. Cheat death. Oh, cheat death didn't proc. What was a cheat death? I feel like this man just lost a cheat death. Mogdem gonna be up next as an arms warrior trying to see if he can split right through these boys. Finally gets a chance to play trinkets out of that blind. Charges over to Alistair. Spear, blaze storm to follow. Alistair hoping to walk out of there really quickly. While Mogdem is dancing around him. Alistair, no help whatsoever. Leap, charge around the corner to get him. Oh! Look at that charge. Just zooming right to him. Oh my goodness. It's scooting. With huge buttman gonna be up next. Get us a big old traveling mammoth. Knock back to Mogdem. Probably knock back with the root too. He got the master of the element, master of the shields, where his lightning shield is going to have a knockback effect. His earth shield is going to have a rooting effect. My goodness, he got roots for days. Huge button can control this guy. Big lava burst. My goodness, the procs in those things are nutty. More lava bursts to follow. Wall by Mogdem. Got himself the dab of the sword. Fear into Huge. Huge has got himself mad blast to follow. Got to be reflect from Mogdem as he got himself the bit of a blaze storm with an avatar for a moment. Haymaker. Stormbolt. So the no outs for Huge. Does have himself a wall in case he needs to. Trying to go for a bit of Haymaker towards Mogdem. Doesn't really get the procs. Mogdem trying to see if he can back up behind the pillar, but the Flame Shark does run him down. With Dermo going to be up next. Trying to see if he can get himself a proper go versus Huge. Picking up the eyes by accident. Lasso onto Dermo. He could vanish in order to get himself a proper reef. He wanted to knock back into the rogue. Does go for the root though. Are you bald? This man is bald and bald. Doesn't like he has a haircut choice, but also he's willing to take risks. Potential lava burst pressure onto Derma. Mad elemental blast coming through. Lava burst coming through with a stun by the earth elemental, freezing the rogue out in the open. It's gonna have to knock him back. As Derma doesn't have any more mobility actually. Wait, this could be bad for rogue. Does go for the shadow stuff last second. Does Huge Button maybe have a stun for Derma? It is gonna be DR'd though. Earthshock right after. Maybe has himself a cloak of shadows. Does he want to use it? Try to see if he can kite Derma somewhere out in the open. Vanished by the rogue. Got himself a bit of a shield as well as a bit of a heal. Stun onto the earth elemental. Huge Button could go for a knockback. Shadow step by the rogue in order to keep the shadow strikes going. Another knockback with the root onto the rogue. Huge Button finally able to get himself a bit of damage. Lava burst flying in. Does he get the proc? Earthshock to follow. Trying to go for a bit of a heal with healing surge. Does he get himself the angle versus the rogue? He needs to find a way to like jump up and hit him with maybe frost shock, flame shock, something, anything. The rogue is still out in the open. I don't know if he gets hit by anything at all though. Lava burst flying in. That's what Huge sees himself with some big damage. A big Meteor coming in with a fire elemental. Cloak of Shadows for Dermo. If he can potentially make some damage happen, Huge Button I think could still win this though. Fire elemental still harassing the rogue. Should be able to keep the pressure on him. As long as he keeps it down on Rogue, he might be okay. The Rogue looking for a reset. But a huge Buttman getting out of the blind pretty early on. Stun for the Rogue, maybe. Trinkets, no. Lasso, Kidney, does go for a trinket from the Kidney. Knocked back on the Rogue with a root. Does get him some Primordial Lava Burst. Oh, I think I might just have him. The Rogue with no health whatsoever. Trying to see if he can knock him out. Earthshock maybe? Lava Burst, Cheat Death, Earthshock to follow, one more, Frost Shock, I think you just have him. Oh, dunking on these rogues, man, let's go. Doing work. Gonna be some dots gonna set up. Huge Button is gonna have to find a way to see if he can crack the defenses of an Affliction Warlock. Both dots are up onto Huge. And Taxi has got to be very, very careful with how these dots work. He needs to maintain the ramp on him. Huge can remove the Agony. Should be controlling the Agony. Bored by Taxi trying to avoid the stun totem. And Huge is going to dip behind the pillar, trying to see if he can avoid, get some line inside of Taxi. Taxi with the dark pack. Slow totem is going to slow him down quite a bit though. Not much you can really do about it. Just have to maybe get himself a gateway. Huge Button, put him out in the open. Needs to be very, very careful with those dots. He needs to find a way just to crack through the defense of Taxi. Taxi has a very sustainy build, where as long as he puts dots on a Huge, he's going to be fine. He needs to make sure he's interrupting those drains because it's going to be how Taxi recovers health. But Huge, I feel like he can't really be sitting behind the pillar for too long. These dots are just melting, yeah. Maybe you can drop down a healing totem and go for a bit of healing, but I think you need to be out there, always blasting, and trying to see if you can counter pressure Taxi with your own consistent damage, but you need to be out there lava bursting and lightning bolting with the Stormkeeper, getting those Earth Shocks, Frost Shocks, and trying to control the Shaman. Trying to go for a pet, but it's going to be like last out a Huge Buttman. Dark back for Taxi. That's one batch of defensive that he has that he can use regularly. Slow into Huge. There's going to be some Lava Burst set up. That's Huge. Get himself the proc. Mad damage on the Taxi. Taxi trying to go see if he can drain some health back from Huge. But Huge got some big pressure on him. The Lava Burst didn't work. This is what Taxi wants to put dots on him and let them rot. But Taxi's on the back foot. May just have to go for a wall here. Blocked out in the open. Lava Burst. Oh my god. Huge Buttman. This man is insane. He's just trucking him. He's trucking these boys. And Jesus walking in. There's no way. I feel like Huge Button needs to just be like, you know what? I embrace death. I've done good. If he gets enough procs, maybe he can make something work. Big grippy hand though. I don't really know if it can do much at this point. Maybe a bit of rough spot. Try to see if we can get some Earth Shocks in there. Lava Burst to follow. Oh, Jesus was actually getting kind of low. Jesus was actually getting kind of low versus him. Mortal Coil Jesus. Got no health. Dome. There's just nothing he can do. 70% dampening, got the army, dark pack wall, there's nothing he can do. Unless somehow Christman just dies to this army of undead. They are breaking through his defenses little by little. Got him some mobility, looking to get escape, but Jesus is over there with an Infernal. AMS at the ready, but that Infernal got a bit of physical damage. There's going to be a succubus around the corner too. Christman just sees an angle. I don't know if you can live this. I think it's just over. I think it's been over. Oh my goodness. Unless you got some kind of CC gripping him in. Yeah, it's been over. How many did you... Yo, Huge, 2 back-to-back. Let's go. Krongsu, also pretty good. Krongsu had a weird start at the very beginning. It was a death knight and a warrior charge. I was like, huh?